friends. I would trust him with my life, and he's been there for me through some interesting times, and just is an incredibly loyal and supportive guy. And so it's really an honor to be here. I was trying to piece together my thoughts for this, and what came to mind is that everybody thinks that Mark is this extremely cool international man of mystery. He's off in war zones covering the CIA and the Pentagon and winning Pulitzers, and just it seems like he's a good-looking guy. He's handsome. So it's like he's got it all together. But that's not the case. This is a man who dresses up in character for Star Wars movie openings. This is a man who finally changed his shower curtain. I come to DC for work a lot. I stay at Mark's place quite frequently. The shower curtain was changed for the first time in the last 2.5 years, within the last, Lindsay. So, these are not the, international man of mystery. International men of mystery changed their shower curtain. And what I realized is that what he's been very apt at doing is putting himself in circumstances where, just by definition, he was cooler than everybody else who was around. We'll let camp speak for itself. That was before my time. And so we met right away, first day at Duke, and it was a dorm where the people who were on various forms of high-level scholarship, people who got full rides for their academics, weirdos, and so by definition, again, you just had to be cooler than everybody else in the dorm. There was a 14-year-old kid who walked around in his bathrobe all the time. There was another kid who sat in the student center clicking on a pencil against Jeopardy and didn't seemingly eat, and there was one of the cute girls in the dorm left a bag of carrots because they were afraid he had scurvy. There was another guy who was the son of a Baptist minister who would do high notes on demand, and this was the dorm we were in, so by nature, again, Mark was cooler than everybody else. But that doesn't mean he was cool. Then most of the group was here, joined the same fraternity. Again, there were a lot more electrical engineers than anything else in this fraternity. The unofficial motto was Nu Nu Sigma Nu. We're the men of Sigma Nu. We like Jim Beam and barbecue. If girls came by, we'd like them too. Not a cool fraternity. So Mark was cooler than everybody else, but it's a low bar. So we graduate college, and Mark joins AEI for a little bit, a conservative think tank, the hotbed of cool people. So, it's just positioning. It's the ability to stay ahead of the game and, be with dorky people. So, Mark and I where I was disavowed of any notion that Mark was cool was after graduating from Duke, both he and I were fortunate enough to be awarded Rotary Foundation scholarships to go to the UK and study. It's a great program. It's based on international goodwill and meeting folks from different cultures. And so in that spirit, he and I kicked off our time by going to Oktoberfest. And we were there for most of the day and meeting lots of interesting, nice people, just having a pleasant time. And we had arranged to stay in this sort of pension type place about 10 minutes outside, but you had to take a train. And we were very proud of ourselves because we knew the last train left just before midnight, and we got ourselves dutifully to the train station. We were in perfectly fine shape, and we promptly both fell asleep on the train and woke up disoriented with a large man screaming, "Österreich, Österreich!" And we had crossed the border into Austria at midnight with no apparent knowledge of where we were supposed to go for this pension. But Mark, you know, I'm still thinking Mark is very cool. He's apparently taken a year of German at Duke, and he's got us squared away. I know German. I'm going to get us back to this place. And I think, based on what I gleaned, his German knowledge was repeating the name of some town outside of Munich over and over again. We did somehow get back, but you're thinking, boy, my international man of mystery is going to save me. I'm in a foreign land at 1 o'clock in the morning with no idea how to get back to where all my stuff is, and all he can do is repeat the name of the small town. So I think part of the reason maybe that it took a long time for Mark to find the right woman was that a lot of women also thought they were looking for the international man of mystery, and they weren't looking for an incredibly decent, loyal, truthful, and dependable guy. And finally, Lindsay was the right woman to realize that instead of going for the international man of mystery, what you actually should go for is what Mark truly is, which is just a wonderful dork.